Hello, and thank you for tuning in to The Next Story. I'm your host, Justin, and I'm here today with Paul Maloney. How you doing, Paul?
G'day, mate. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic.
When I created this Orange County Biker Fest, it was all about not just having an old school bike event that we all sort of miss. We used to have like the Easy Rider rodeos I used to have up in Middletown. I know they still have them in the Midwest and everything else like that. But every bike event I've been to since I got back on the road, they'd have it in a parking lot somewhere, a few vendors here, and there was an atmosphere, but there's something missing there.
Okay.
So I said, you know what? Let's have a place where you can have the biker games. You can have the keg racing. So you got the new guys that are up and coming, and you got the older guys with their antique bikes, and there's a good camaraderie and a good mix in there. I did a little test last year in August, and it came out very well. So I said, I need a really big place to do this, and I found a place. So it's got 7 acres. And it's just like the lady said, you know, you think you can fill this place? And I'm like, can I fill this place? I said, let me get out my old Rolodex again. I said, all the same people are still in there. I said, g'day, fellas. They're like, Paul, you still doing another event? I'm like, yeah. They're like, we're in. So I said, like, great, that's what I wanted to do. And now there's a lot of guys doing stuff with veterans, like the guys for Combat Customs.
Yes, yeah.
They do a great job, and you know, Billy the biker told me all about their story and introduced me to Mike and the guys that are there. And I said, you know what, I got to have them at this event, because I said that's going to create awareness for what they're doing, because they're a 501c3 and they need a lot of donations as far as, you know, if you're not selling your parts. I said, well, donate them to these guys. Stop dust them on the shelf. They're not doing anything. Put them to good use. Give them to these guys, because I said some of these guys can't afford their bikes and whatever. So I said they're doing out of the goodness of their own heart and putting these and their own blood, sweat, and tears into this.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Let's promote these guys and bring them to this show at the same time. So there's a lot more women out there riding now than there ever was.
Yeah.
And, you know, the guys still have this, you know, the bro ego and everything else when they're out there, and they get intimidated by that. So I said, you know what? Let's create the baddest ladies bike contest. But it's good. So with this Biker Fest, it's a thing where we have, like I said, the old and new, and it's part and parcel for everybody to come together and show us what you actually have and be proud of it. You know, we got a mustache and beard contest. Okay, we got the baddest to the bone dog contest. Well, there's a lot of people ride with it. A lot of people bring their pets, you know, and dress them up, you know.
Nice.
So we got that. We got the tattoo contest. We got the mustache contest. Everybody knows Billy the Biker. He's going to be doing his book signing. He's going to be there.
Nice.
So he's got 1,000 books to sell. So everybody better come and buy them. If you're not, he'll slap you in the side of the head if you don't buy one.
And it's a great book too. I read it after I interviewed him for season 1.
Oh, you did?
And
Yeah.
At the time of the interview, I wasn't even halfway through.
Yeah.
But I ended up. After the interview, I cranked through the rest of that book, man. It's a good read no matter who you are.
I mean, and you can't make that shit up. I mean, everything in that book, it's for real, and that's Billy. I mean, I've known him for over 20-something odd plus years, and believe me, what's in that book, it's all true. I got my good friend Christina, she's the patch lady.
Okay.
So she's going to be coming along, and she's going to have a sewing machine there and whatever patches you need done or whatever.
Oh, that's so great to hear, because that is one of the #1 complaints I hear about people going to any kind of motorcycle, anything. They're always talking about there used to be people that do patches, and there's never anybody there anymore.
Well, it's keeping that old Rolodex and being in good spirits with everybody that you know and respect back then. We're going to do a bike blessing also. So the guys, the Christian Motorcycle Foundation, they're going to be doing a bike blessing at 12 o'clock. We got live bands playing through the day. We got. Do
you know any of the bands already?
We got who we got. Flirting with Disaster, and the other bands is the Irish Handcuffs, and the girl that plays in that, she's got pretty mean vocals, and she throws it down.
What's the date for this?
It's May 18th, Sunday, May 18th. It's from 10 through until 4 o'clock. So entry to the gate is 10 o'clock, and it's $5 admission only. I mean, if you can't afford $5, go away. We don't want you. You know, you're there for a freeload. If you don't want to pay $5, see 2 bands there all day. What else we got? We got a petting zoo also. A lady's going to bring her petting zoo. But it's like, if you can name something that used to be at the events that you don't see anymore,
it's going to be
pretty much we're going to have that at our event.
Nice. And where is this going to be now?
It's in Warwick. It's in Pine Island. It's 240 Pine Island Turnpike. So if you go on straight out from Warwick, it's Pine Island Turnpike. It's right there. If you go to the Facebook page under the Orange County Biker Fest. It's got many different flyers that are on there.
Just go to Facebook and go to type in Orange County Biker Fest?
Yeah, and they'll take you to the page. It'll show you everything that we're going to have there. So, like I said, we're going to have the keg races. We're going to have the slow racing. We get a great turnout for this one. We'll do another one next year. So, the swap meet is...
I was going to ask if this is going to be a every year kind of a thing.
Yeah, it is. But it's going to be a blast, and we can't wait for it.
Excellent.
Rain or shine, we're doing it.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, buddy. Good to see you.